part about being in NoExitWound?
Making a whole lot of noise, being able to rock out. There's nothing quite like having a guitar strapped on, a microphone right in your face, and having a crowd right in front of your eyeballs. It's pretty good.
What is it you crying about? I still ain't got you figured out. 10 or 12 on the fucking board. Been asking you every night what it takes to be right.
Hi guys, I'm Logan, occasional shouter, guitar player from NoExitWound.
I'm Mark Sutherland, Esquire. I play bass and do backing vocals in my band, NoExitWound.
Hello, I'm Jack and I play drums in NoExitWound.
Logan moved from Stirling up to Thurso, and he was a lot of shit.
83 detentions in one school year.
He was badass, and I don't know, we just started getting the crack in primary school.
Primary 4, I think. I was about 7 years old. I've known him since then, been friends with him since then. It's a long time, 20 years. Pretty much. Maybe 21 soon.
We used to jam the whole time, and we used to, like, I don't know, maybe about third year high school, we'd properly start hanging about together. And we used to have some crazy fucking parties at Logan's house, where we'd set up like a drum kit, guitar amps, pretty much a full setup in his front room, like his living room. And he was in like a semi-detached house, so I really feel sorry for his neighbours at the time, because we used to blast the music out at like fucking crazy o'clock in the morning, just blazing, you know.
I knew of him through David, obviously.
I got his number off of a friend of my cousin David because I put a post on the local forums and I got his number via a private message from a friend, and not even thinking twice about, you know, he doesn't really know who I am.
No, I was in France on holiday and I received a text from a young man that I didn't really know.
But I didn't think twice about it, as I said, and I texted him and I said, look, I've got a band together and, you know, would you be interested in coming down and trying out to be our vocalist?
It was quite weird. But he said that he wanted me to try out singing for his band, so when I got back from France, went down and tried out.
He was away on holiday, he was in France, I believe. You know, it must have been weird. And him. But yeah, he came down and he tried out, and I thought he was perfect for the job even before he started singing. He just had that, I don't know, presence, I guess is what you could call it. But yeah, he tried out, he joined the band.
Met him then, and it's been ever since then. We've jammed together.
And yeah, I was kind of out of the music scene for about 5 years, 6 years. And Jack and Logan asked me to be in the band.
And that's the lineup you now see before you. What about your dad?
Yeah, he played in bands the whole time, so I was always kind of around music growing up. He worked in the music shop as well, so he was always taking CDs home, and it's probably how I listened to half the bands I listened to now, like the Police and Radiohead. But then he brought home like Rage Against the Machine. I can remember being in primary school and taking a Rage CD home and thinking, holy fuck man, I've never heard anything like this in my life before, you know.
The first sort of, well, I got a 3/4 size acoustic guitar when I was like 6 and never played it. Then we moved up here, and I think the first rock album I really heard was Queen Greatest Hits on cassette, no less.
When I was younger, my parents were into the rock music as well, so at a very young age, 5 years old, I could recite every lyric from the Ultimate Experience album, which to this day I probably can't do now, but back then must have been pretty damn cool.
My mum, I think it was primary 7, says, or the end of primary 7, she says, do you want to take guitar lessons? I was like, yeah, might as well, I've got guitar sitting there. You know, started getting into more rock bands, Tin Lizzy, stuff like that. Zeppelin, of course. And I took it from there, and then I think it was late primary 7 that I got introduced to a certain album called Nevermind.
One of my all-time favourite bands. When I started drumming, one of the first ever CDs I played along with was Nevermind by Nirvana.
Really put me in the mood to play music, and so obviously bands like Nirvana, you know, Zeppelin.
Alanis Morissette, I was really into Alanis Morissette at a young age. I used to think it was brilliant to sing along with that just because I could say chicken shit and get away with it and not get in trouble from my mum and dad.
One of my favourite bands is Crowded House. I love Crowded House, Radiohead, some random bands that don't really reflect in our own band at all musically, really, but I like a lot of music.
The late Ruben, still one of my all-time favourite bands. Guy Davis, probably one of my favourite drummers. Biffy Clyro, again, we've all got a mutual love for that band.
It's been the Scottish Invasion. Biffy Clyro, I've listened to Biffy since like 2000. They've been a huge inspiration on me musically. Such O'Peril as well. I think it was about a year after I got into Biffy I started listening to Such. Newer bands, Carnivores. Fucking winning.
But now we've kind of, you know, we've matured musically, I guess, and we're kind of just starting to breach out now into this little zone that we like to call NoExitWound.